Welcome to Sudden Death is legit the worst action movie I saw in 2020. I mean, the movie is just very, very horrible. The movie was on a low budget, yeah, I know that, but the outcome was just terrible. The movie was directed by Dallas Jackson. Yeah, I have actually never heard of him before now, and I don't think I would hear of him after now. Apparently, he directed two other movies, or one movie and some shows somehow that I have never heard of. So when I actually first heard the title Welcome to Sudden Death, I was thrilled. I was very, very happy. Like, welcome to Sudden Death. A lot of death is going to happen. Well, a lot of death did happen, but this was worse. Like, the movie is terribly bad. It was bad in a terrible way. This movie stars Michael Jai White. Yeah, this Michael Jai White. I shouldn't probably be expecting a lot from him. Plus, he has actually never been in a good movie in his life. Okay, maybe one or two good movies, but the rest are trash. So, Welcome to Sudden Death tells the story of an ex-Special Forces who is now a security guard at the basketball arena for some reason. And, so in the opening scene of this movie, we saw our protagonist back when he was in his full power, should I say, in all his might. They were captured by some terrorists and they were interrogated and tortured for info. Michael Jai White, being Michael Jai White, should save this team from the hostage situation, should I call it, and explosion and blah blah blah. He sustained some injuries, and for some reason, after like 5 years, I think, his wounds haven't healed yet. They are still there, like normal wounds. Why is that a thing? Is his wound infected or something? So this ex-Special Forces, who is now a security guard, then decided to take his two very, very adorable kids to watch the game the same day the mayor, governor, and billionaire Diana Smart was going to watch. So he took his kids to the basketball arena to see the game. When he got in, for some reason, every single one of his colleagues doesn't believe those were his kids.
Got some good looking kids there, Freeman. Are they yours?
Then we got introduced to his boss, the head of security of the arena, and he's a white, bald man. Judging from the histories of white bald man in Hollywood movies, I mean, he's supposed to be a bad guy, but this guy is not actually a bad guy. Actually, he is a bad guy. He's a very, very bad guy. So apparently, billionaire Diana Smart actually bought the arena recently and he's making renovations. And then we got to meet Diana Smart and her boyfriend, who is actually very, very dumb. I mean, the guy is the most useless and stupid character of this movie. I mean, he's as useless as Homer Simpson.
What region is America?
Region 1.
So Michael Jai White actually met up with his boss, introduced his kids to him, and then the boss gave him a tablet, a security tablet, as they put it. I mean, they had no guns. Why don't you have guns? The governor of the state is in there for crying out loud. I mean, there is a strictly no gun rule inside the arena, so they can't get any kind of weapon inside. Well, moving on. So apparently, a camera in the basketball arena isn't working very fine, so they had to call an IT team to come fix it. Then the IT team actually came in with two buses, and there were like a dozen of them. I mean, why is there a dozen of you to fix one camera? Doesn't that feel suspicious? But at least they have a good cover story for it, so it's good.
You ever tried to bounce a digital signal around 950,000 square feet of total space with a single signal?
I'm just going to have to say this. The acting and the dialogues are actually very, very bad. Okay, I'm just going to go all out and say the best character of this whole movie is actually his daughter. Slightly the best, and the worst is the boyfriend to the billionaire. The guy is just a total waste of time and money. Oh yeah, so Michael Jai White actually took his kids into the arena to the seats he saved for them, and gave them this kind of VIP passes so you could track them at any time you want to. And this has to be the dumbest part of the whole movie. Some guys actually had some quarrel and they were about to start fighting. So Michael Jai White, being the security guard, actually stopped them and took them away. And then the whole fans started clapping. I mean, why? It's normal for you to take someone who is causing trouble away. So necessary. So the IT teams are obviously the bad guys of this movie actually got into the building somehow with briefcases. I mean, they came into the building, every single one of them holding briefcases, and the security guard didn't mean to check it or something. He just had to scan to see if there was any metal inside. That is dumb. You should at least check. The mayor, governor, and the freaking billionaire is inside the building, for crying out loud. So anyway, they got in, and then we got the wackiest entrance in the history of wacky entrances. I mean, it's so dumb and unnecessary. I don't even think there's any need for this. Well, since they couldn't bring in any weapons, they had to make some experimental weapon. And so after making the weapons, the leader of the gang had to explain how the weapon works, because they obviously are just making the weapon. They have no idea how it works. How is that even possible?
Experimental weaponry. You get 6 shots each. They only work at close range.
So somehow after making the weapons, the said IT teams actually went into the VIP lounge and went to meet the mayor, governor, and the billionaire with her dumb boyfriend. And their plan was to take $1 billion from our account. That is a whole lot of money. So we actually found out that the bad guys of this movie are actually ex-CIA counterterrorism squad that actually killed off a family by mistake or something. So the billionaire actually had them investigated, and they all lost their jobs. So because of this, obviously, they were very, very mad at the billionaire, and they decided to steal $1 billion from her. So back to Jai White's adorable kids. There's this scene where the doctor actually wanted to go ease herself, so she left the arena and her brother was just watching. That is very, very irresponsible. Well, she went out to the toilet and found out there was a very, very long line to use the security toilet, and since she had the VIP pass, she could just go in anywhere she wanted. So she went into the security toilet and found 2 of these bad guys beating up 2 of the security guards and killing them, and she just stood there and watched for no apparent reason. Like, why would you just stay and watch? Why can't you just run away? This happened. They saw her, caught her, and decided to take her back to the Alpha, which I mean, why do you want to do that? You can just shoot her or probably lock her up somewhere if you don't want to kill her. Why would you? Man. It's a very, very dumb plot. Very, very dumb plot. And I mean, the acting is actually not as worst as the fight scenes. They're just done so poorly and whack. It was an obvious choreography. It was very, very obvious. It was like they were still practicing for the scene, for crying out loud. And those are not even as worse as the blood effects from the gunshots. I mean, God, this movie is terrible in every possible way. It's terrible in every possible way. I mean, I wasn't expecting much though, so I'm not pained. I mean, just take a look at this fight scene. We got this from a guy who proclaimed he is going to beat Bruce Lee in a fight. Why? That's just overconfidence right there. So apparently the bad guys actually planted bombs in every entrance and out of the arena for some reason, because we need to show they are actually bad guys. I mean, this is just a very, very dumb plot. I'm sorry. Why would you want to trap and kill everyone in there when you already got the money? I mean, they didn't even know you came in the first place. You just want to kill some innocent people because someone actually made you lose your job because of a stupid mistake you made. So Michael Jai White and Gary Owen actually went around defusing every single one of these bombs, and they were successful, kind of. And yeah, so before all this actually went ahead, the bad guys already went ahead and killed every single one of the security guards, but they forgot Jai White because they have to forget him. He's the only good fighter there. So when Jai White was actually going around looking for his daughter, he actually met his boss, the head of the security. Why are you not dead yet? Then drastic plot twist. The head of the security guards was actually in on this whole thing this whole time. I didn't see that one coming. I actually saw that one coming. I mean, it's about White. Old man. That's what they always do. Had a fight with the kid's boss and actually killed him off because he's Michael Jai White. And then we moved to a scene where the bad guys was keeping the mayor and the billionaire and Jai White's daughter hostage. And then Jai White swooped in and saved the whole gang. Actually took Jai White's kids hostage and then kind of with a big fight occurred. And well, it happened as you expected. Jai White won, his son liked him, and then they lived happily ever after. Yeah, the movie is actually pretty very, very dumb. Thanks a lot, Netflix. Well, at least I wasn't expecting a lot from this movie in the first place, so I won't say I'm very disappointed, but I am going to give it a rating of 2. Seriously, 2. And that is because I'm feeling so very, very generous today. So very, very generous. And that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. My name is Victor King. See you next time. If I could pull the letters and words from this page, I could find the real